I'm here to tell you that the size of your following doesn't matter. In fact, in today's lesson, I'm going to teach you uncommon truths that most entrepreneurs don't know about making money online. I'm going to teach you how to get filthy rich with 500 followers or less. There's nothing worse than being the world's best kept secret. If you're really good at what you do, you know you can help people, but you just aren't being seen. What qualifies me to talk about this? Well, at the time of shooting this video, I have 56,000 followers on Instagram. I have less than 2,000 followers on this brand new YouTube channel. And I make more money than most people who have a bigger following than me. How do I know that? Well, I've worked with over 12,000 entrepreneurs. A significant number of those entrepreneurs have massive followings into the millions, and there is no direct correlation between the size of your following and the amount of money that you make. In fact, most of these influencers just train their audience to consume free content and entertainment. On top of that, I was able to retire myself by the age of 30 and retire my wife at 28. I'm currently recording this in a restaurant on the grounds of my house. I've got the Ferrari SF90, £500,000 car. I've got the house, I've got the lifestyle with a very small social media following. So I know a thing or two about making money from the internet. The first most important lesson that you need to understand is that you have a message. Now, I don't know anything about you. I don't know how often you share, how often you post online, but I do know that one big sticking point for a lot of entrepreneurs is that they aren't their true selves on social media. Why? Because they feel that their story is not worthy. They're afraid of looking stupid. They're afraid of posting stuff that's not perfect, and as a result, being judged. Here's the truth. The world needs you at your rawest. The world needs to hear your worst days, your best days, and everything in between. The world needs to hear your style, how you dress, how you speak, your tonalities, your little quirks. Why? Because in a world where everyone else sounds like everyone else, particularly online, and it's copycats copying copycats, you actually get rewarded for being yourself. But most importantly, you get rewarded for your stances, your beliefs. Not everyone's going to believe them, but that doesn't matter. You're not on a mission to please everyone. At any given point in time, whether you're curing cancer or whether you are building the best business on the planet, there are going to be an equal amount of people that hate you and an equal amount of people that love you, no matter what you do in life, even if you did nothing. So here's the big lesson. You have a message. Risk it all and share it. Risk it all and be yourself. Why? Because on the other side of that message is freedom. So I don't know what version of you is showing up on social media, but I can guarantee you that most of the entrepreneurs listening to this are presenting a half-baked, guarded version of themselves that isn't truly allowing them to express their story, their stances, and everything else. But that is the main thing that's going to differentiate. The second biggest lesson that I'm going to teach you is that you need to decide who to be a hero to. Who are you a hero to? In most cases, it's the younger version of yourself, because you built a business to get away from a life that you didn't want, and the very thing that you sell, the skills, the attitudes, and everything else that you had to build are in many ways the very thing that you're wanting to give back to the world. Number three, your best content for conversion is the content where you talk about pain and problems of your market. This is a huge lesson, and I cannot stress this enough. Once you understand this, it will make you filthy rich. The challenge with that content is that many people won't interact with it. Why? Because they don't want to publicly like or comment or admit that they have got a problem. That's why people love liking stuff that makes them feel good. Feel good content, kittens, food, sex, cars, all that stuff. My best engagement comes from posting pictures of my Ferrari. It doesn't convert. The best content I create is for entrepreneurs that are in deep levels of pain that I can identify with and say, hey, I have been through that shit. So I want you to understand that the content that has the greatest amount of pain is the content that's going to do the most amount of conversion for you. Number four, you have a following. Talk to them. Don't be afraid to message people that follow you. They're coming into your house. That's how you've got to look at your social media. If anybody follows you, reach out and interact with them. At the start of your journey, it's going to be you that does this. Over time, as you start building your business and building out your marketing and sales teams, you do want somebody to do that for you. But the ultimate intention here is to connect with your audience and show them that you actually care. So for example, one of my top actions every single day is to spend 30 minutes in my inbox connecting with people that follow me. Why? Because I want them to know that I care. And then, which is lesson 5, direct them to your longer form content. Short form content like Instagram, and here's a little test that you can do. If you go and look at your reels, go and look at the average watch time. The average watch time is like 10, 13, 14 seconds. For me, it's 19 seconds. And that's on some videos that are a minute long. We lose engagement. Just think, the last time that you were on social media, even if you flick on to something else after this, you're probably like tempted, like what else am I missing out on? And your attention span's all over the place. I want you to understand that people, when they're scrolling and tapping through stories, are literally not paying attention. They're just subconsciously flicking. And the odd time when they see something, they stop. So you need to create that connection to drive people to your long form content, because when you connect them to your long form content, that's when they begin to see your real character. That's when they begin to feel your expertise. That's when they begin to actually really just determine whether or not they like you and they want to do business with you. Next point, you've got to make offers. Once you connect with your audience, you have a permission to say to them, hey, I've got this service, or I'm running this event. Would you like to join us? Would you like some help? On top of that, you can also utilize your stories to post call to actions for your products, for your services. And if you're not doing that at least daily, you're 100% leaving money on the table. The problem with posting call to actions online is that 1, people feel weird asking for money. 2, people want to be seen as busy and in demand, and the idea of asking for a sale online makes them look desperate. These limiting beliefs are going to hold you back from making a lot of money. Get over yourself. Make offers. The more offers you make, the more money you're going to make. Simple. Go through the last 10, 20 people that have followed you. Go and introduce yourself. Ask them, how did they hear about you? Are they struggling with anything in relation to what you teach? And go, hey, look, listen, we've got a few spaces or consultations on this and that will help you do Y. Would you like one? Make an offer. You're in the business of acquiring revenue for your business, so it's worth starting conversations. The next lesson is to run a retargeting advert to your audience. Now, I don't know what you're selling. There's a lot of different business owners in a lot of different industries that follow me. But if you sell some form of service, yes, you can post organically, but posting organically requires you to like write the thing, post it again, or sit down and create content. It's not free. It comes at a cost of time, energy, and money. The beautiful thing about paid advertising is that you can shoot a great piece of content once and run it 24/7. Now, if you imagine the very thing that you sell and you create a piece of content, whether it's a static image or whether it's a video that talks about, here's what it is, here's what it'll do, here's how to get it, and you put it on a retargeting advert, that means it retargets everyone that engages with you. You can easily set this up on Instagram or Facebook. You can set the level of engagement to people that have followed you in the last 30 days, people that have inboxed you, people that have watched your stories, people that have watched 50% of your video, etc. Those people are interested in what you do. Why? Because they engage with you. They already know what you're about. So if you're constantly retargeting them with, here's what I do, here's what it'll do for you, here's how to get it, and a combination of social proof, then you're really going to create the omnipresence in your social media world that you can do the very thing that they need help with, or help them with it and achieve faster results. And if you're not doing that, then you're going to have to rely on organic, which is fine, but paid advertising does put you 24/7 in front of people that already know, like, and trust you. The last lesson is running sales workshops and sales events. And this has made me an ungodly amount of money. What is that? Well, if you sell a service, it's basically running an event to solve a problem for your market. You want to think of the top 3 problems that your market has. You want to look at a date that you can run an event where you teach your methodology, your process, and share some social proof on how you've helped other customers and clients overcome that problem. And essentially at the end of it, make an offer. You get them in a room, you deliver the content, you inspire, you teach, you prove, and then you make an offer. And that is an opportunity. Let's say you get 30 or 40, 50 people in a room, you convert 10%. What is 5 people worth to you when it comes to lifetime value? That is a lot of money. If you do that every single month, you run a workshop on a hot topic or a hot pain point that your market has, you open the doors for endless amounts of cash. You will not see many influencers doing it. So those are the lessons. Risk it all, share your message, know who you want to be a hero to, make sure that you talk to your leads, make sure that you make offers, make sure that you drive people to your long form content where you actually get to build a relationship, run retargeting ads so that the people that already follow get to see exactly what you do, run sales workshops, and do not get distorted by thinking bigger is better. Remember, following size and engagement are vanity metrics. The money that you make, the profit that you make from your social media is a sanitary metric. That's actually the real thing that's going to open up your world and give you the stuff that you want. That's the most important metric that's going to change your life. As one of my great mentors once asked me, do you want to be rich or famous? And I said rich. And he said, well, do you know what? If you focus on getting rich, you're going to have to add a lot of value to a marketplace. And when you add a lot of value to a marketplace, over time, you're going to get rewarded with micro fame. And that micro fame is going to open the door to other opportunities and relationships that will continue to allow you to get rich.